Here's 2 lessons I teach my sons on how to select a girlfriend that most people probably don't think about. And I'll explain why I'm doing this, right? So in case you guys are new here and don't know this, I have 4 sons, okay? 4 boys, all right? Now, the oldest 2 are, we have a blended family, right? My wife and I, okay? The oldest 2 are my wife's from previous relationship. Their father has passed. And the 3rd one is mine from a previous relationship. And the 4th one is ours together, okay? So I am a father of 4 men, okay? The oldest one's about to be 26. The other one is 23. The 3rd one is soon to be 18. He just graduated high school. He's a young graduate. And the last one is 8, okay? So one of the things that I teach my boys, and I was actually just out, I took my sons out to lunch for like a little father-son date on Sunday, and I was just kind of telling them this again, right? And kind of, giving them more insight about why this is important, okay? There's 2 main things that I tell the kids to look for when it comes to dating or having a girlfriend, right? My little 8-year-old, right? I'm just planting this seed so as he gets older, like he understands what to look for, okay? So the first thing that I teach my sons that they need to look for is, number 1, that the girl is already into health and fitness. Okay, now of course, I'm the fitness professional, right? Of course, you would think that, I want my, them to date fitness people, right? But it's much deeper than just the aesthetics. So let me break this down. Here's why, okay? Somebody who, okay, let me put it this way. Let me put it in a way that you can understand, okay? You watching this video right now, 99% of you watching this video right now are fat, okay? Let's not sugarcoat it, because you'll eat that too, all right? Now, you don't even realize it, but your behaviors are literally making your grandchildren fat. What? How is that? How is that? Well, let me tell you, okay? Because here's how it works. And this is why I always tell my sons, besides the fact, of course you want your sons to be married to beautiful women who take care of their bodies, right? So they're healthy, right? But also, so that because the children, right, learn their nutritional habits from their parents, just like you did. Your parents are fat, you're fat, right? Okay? Now you are teaching your children your same shitty ass habits. They're going to get fat, okay? Now, for me as a man who has 4 sons, and I have the youngest 2 are to carry the name of my family name, right? I need to make sure that those children are going to be healthy. I need to make sure that the female that they choose to enter the Sewell family are going to be great mothers that raise great healthy children, right? Now, parents that are overweight and obese create fat kids who become fat adults in 89% of cases. Are you hearing me? Okay. Now, you have a fat kid. Okay, you're fat. You teach your kid bad habits. Your kid gets fat. They become a fat adult. Okay? What kind of self-esteem do you think that they're going to have? What kind of self-confidence do you think that they're going to have? What kind of ambition do you think that they're going to have? What kind of pursuit of greatness in life do you think that they're going to have? Are you hearing me? Okay? So typically what is going to happen is a kid that grows up chubby, not so attractive, is going to get made fun of, okay? And then that's going to damage their self-esteem. And what's going to end up happening is they're only going to attract other insecure, overweight people into their lives, right? So they're going to be dating down from where they should be if they were actually fit, healthy, and happy, right? So that means that their partners are going to be low quality, which means if they happen to date someone long-term, marry them, have children with them, that the person they choose as a spouse is also going to be low quality, which means your grandbabies are going to be low quality and overweight, right? So most of you have never really looked at it like this, but you are making your grandchildren and the generations beyond that overweight by you being a fat, lazy piece of shit, okay? This is why I teach my boys this, right? Now, most of you have never really thought that far out. Don't know those actual stats of me being the fitness pro. I understand this shit, right? So I'm telling my boys, the number one thing you want to make sure that they do is that the women that they choose have to already be into health and fitness. Because if they're not already into it, it is highly unlikely, like 1 out of 100 people, that is actually going to get into it later on in the relationship. Okay? So you can pretty much guarantee that if she doesn't work out and eat right now, she's gonna get fat in a few years, right? And if you really think about it, this is how easily people gain weight, okay? Think of it. If you only gained a 1/4 pound of fat a week, just a 1/4 pound, that's 1 pound a month, okay? 1 pound a month is 12 pounds in a year. In 5 years, that's 60 fucking pounds, okay? You see I'm going with this? And that's just a 1/2 pound a week. That's nothing. That's like a cookie a day, right? Like, that's not much, right? And that's why you see Americans being so fat, right? So when I'm talking to my sons, I'm like, look, if she's not already in health and fitness, disqualified. That's it. Because it's 1 out of 100 chances she's going to get into it later, right? Now, if you're already dating a girl who's not into health and fitness, right? And she's got great qualities other than, being overweight, right? Then the best thing that you can do right now is lead by example. Okay, so if you're one of these people, right? Even if you're in a marriage right now, if you're in a marriage and your spouse is not into the whole health and fitness thing, they're fat, they don't take care of themselves, they're fucking lazy, they eat like shit, they eat fast food, they also process shit all the time, right? The best way to get them moving is to you get moving. You start eating clean and stick to it. You start working out every day. You start losing weight, right? And you stick to it for months straight. And oftentimes what'll happen is that will inspire them to get moving, right? But in many cases in relationships, right? It'll inspire them to get moving, okay? Now, when you're a newbie and you're single, be super selective and don't even risk it, okay? If they ain't already into it, disqualified. Because this is a lot more about them than just that they're lazy, right? Like, it says a lot more about them, right? Like, they're not thinking long term. They are lazy, right? They're addicted to food, right? They don't want to give certain things up. They fear change. There's a lot of other things that go into this, right? They don't believe in themselves, right? There's a lot of other things that go into them being out of shape or not being in fitness that tells you about them, right? What I'm trying to get at here. Okay. So anyways, so that's step 1. If they ain't in health and fitness, disqualified. Okay. Now I learned this the hard way because I dated women in the past. So when I was with them initially, they were super thin, super sexy, super beautiful, super fit, and but they weren't into health and fitness. And they were always kind of trying to sabotage in mine, right? Trying to feed me shit, trying to make me skip workouts and stuff. And I'm like, man, and I could always just kind of like, dude, she's gonna be fat in 5 years. Like, I can fucking see it. And then so I would end those situations, right? And sure enough, I was right. In every single situation where I was like, yeah, I can't be exclusive with this girl because she's gonna be fat in 5 years, right? Sure enough, fat in 5 years. Okay, and I'm talking 60 pounds. Just like I just told you the demonstration a second ago. Okay, so that's rule number 1 I tell my kids. Rule number 2 that I teach my kids that are disqualifying factors when it comes to dating women exclusively, right? Which is mainly only talking to my, 17, soon to be 18-year-old, because he's got a girlfriend now. And then, but also planting the seed with the little guy so that way he understands, right? And you got to think, like, my wife is hot, right? So they're used to that standard, right? She's fit, she takes care of herself, right? She's always working out, she's got a badass body, right? So that's what the standard that I feel sorry for their girlfriends because they have big shoes to fill because mom's hot, right? So, but when it comes to the second thing, right? The second thing that they need to make sure they do is that the girls have to have good relationships with both parents and had a good childhood, okay? Most of you guys know where I'm going with this. If they grew up without a dad, they hoes. They're going to be insecure as fuck. They are not exclusive. That is not somebody I want you marrying into the family. All right? That is not somebody I want you having kids with. Okay? So that is not someone we want to bring in, right? We want to bring in emotionally healthy people, and we do that by making sure that they have a great relationship with their parents. They had good childhoods, right? Hopefully the parents are still married, still together, still happy, right? Which is rare these days. But when you have those situations, you know you're going to be dealing with somebody who is much more emotionally healthy. They don't have abandonment issues, abuse issues. They don't have any of these fucking problems. It's not going to lead to insecurities and drama and all kinds of bullshit. Because we've all had those girlfriends, okay? And I know they badass in the sack. I know, okay? But they are not dating exclusive type girls. They're not ones you bring home to mama. Those aren't ones you wife up and ring up, right? They're just for fun, okay? So I like to give my sons this insight, because I didn't have this shit when I was a kid. I didn't have any guidance like this. I grew up fatherless, like 100% fatherless. So because of that, like, I'm always trying to give my boys like a lot of like life skills, right? Life lessons. And so I say that to them all the time. Like, all right, life lesson today, listen up. And I've been saying that for years. So like whenever I say life lesson, listen up, there's like boom, their ears, because they know something important's coming. I'm about to teach them how to be a man, right? And that's something that I've been doing with them for like a long time. And my little 8-year-old, you know, he's like a sponge right now. So, I mean, he's listening to everything, man. Like, dude, everything. And so that's why I'm planting these seeds with him right now. So he knows what to look out for as he's growing up, right? So, but anyways, those are just 2 little tips that I'll give you. Because, you know, of course, is there going to be exceptions to the rule, right? Yes, but it's rare, okay? My boys are going to be high-value men, okay? They're going to have 1,000 options of women, okay? So when it comes to who they select, they're going to have 1,000 options. They need to weed them out and disqualify immediately based on those 2 things real fast, right? So then they can kind of figure out which one they want to try out and test out, right? So just a little feedback. Now, with that said, let me add a little third thing in here for you parents that are listening in, because I'm sure you're listening to this because you're a parent. Here's a little nutrition hack for your kids, you guys. It'll completely change the game on how your kids grow, think, function, their mental health, everything. When it comes to nutrition, because I get this question a lot from parents, like, what do you feed your kids? You feed them fucking food, like real food. Not all this fake, convenient, processed fucking bullshit that you motherfuckers have been feeding them since birth, okay? But a simple nutrition hack that you can do that is essential for their growth, development, happiness, muscles, brain, hormones, everything, is every single time that they eat, okay? So first off, no fast food ever, okay? No fucking processed junk ever. But anytime when it comes to them eating, there's a protein first rule you have to implement. So in our house, they want to eat anything? Cool. Eat some kind of protein first. I don't care if it's fucking turkey, fucking bacon, if it's fucking eggs, it's steak, it's seafoods, it's shrimp, fish, I don't care. Whatever you want, because we have all kinds of different stuff at the house, right? So whatever they want. Gotta eat protein first. If they eat the protein first, then they can have some fruit, potatoes, rice, whatever the fuck they want, right? Protein first rule though. You do that, it's a hack. It's getting them those essential macronutrients. It's going to make them look better, feel better, behave better. Everything is going to be better because they're getting the essential macronutrients. Okay? So there's just a little extra credit, little hack there. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys in this lesson today. We'll see you next time.